So we're good. So let me slide the chair back. And this is a Friday class. So you folks noticed, I got the folks that were with us on Tuesday said they noticed that it was Tuesday. So today, hopefully you'll notice that it's Friday. So find that comfortable position on your back, seated either in a chair or on the mat. And then notice all those parts of the body that are in contact with the mat or the chair and the earth. Good, all right. And just take a moment to notice, just notice what you feel. Notice anything that you sense. Any smells that you sense. And then notice any sounds that you hear. And then notice what you feel in the body. Notice if there's any tenseness. Notice if you feel anxious, nervous. And now tense and release any tension in the body. Start with the forehead and just work down. Release the wrinkles in the forehead. Soften the face. Release the jaw. Release the shoulders. Relax the hips and the belly. Bring your awareness to the legs, the feet, and the arms and the hands. Notice the breath, inhaling and exhaling. And as you're breathing and the inhale, just let the transition from the inhale to the exhale be smooth and easy. And the transition from the exhale to the inhale. Just rolling into the inhale, and rolling into the exhale. Bringing the inhales into the lower part of the lungs, into the belly. Smooth and easy. And let the breath deepen, maintaining a smooth, gentle, easy breath. Breathe deeply here. Nice, full, deep breaths now. And after your next inhale or exhale, inhale through the nose, fill the lungs completely. Open the mouth and let it go. And one more deep inhale. And let it go. Good, all right. Open the eyes if they were closed. Move a little bit. All right, good. So I'm going to move back to the mat. I don't know, I was pretty comfortable right where I was, but it's not a chair class, so here we go. Coming into a cross-legged seat and lifting up tall. Draw the shoulders back, let the top of the head reach toward the ceiling. Keep those long, slow, deep breaths going. And inhale here, and as you exhale, let the gaze come over the right shoulder, turning the head to the right, and then let the chin drop toward the shoulder. And then bring the head up into center and let the gaze drift over to the left. Chin drops. Inhaling the head up into center. Exhale, the chin drops toward the chest. Up and out of the chest. Inhaling, bring the head up and let the gaze drift up toward the ceiling. And jut the jaw. And bring the head back up. Take the right ear over toward the right shoulder. And bring the head up and the left ear toward the left shoulder. And bring the head up. Let the chin drop down toward the chest. Keep the shoulders back. And then take the chin toward the right. And then bring it to center and to the left. And center and right. And center and left. Bring the chin to center. And bring the gaze straight ahead again. That upright seat. Ah, yes. So go ahead and come down onto your backs. And just for one deep breath, extend the legs long, turn the palms up to the ceiling. Roll the shoulder blades under. Close the eyes and 2 long deep breaths in and out here. And one more deep breath. Good. Bring the knees or the feet in toward the hips, the knees straight up to the ceiling. Turn the palms down beside you and some hip rocks. So exhaling, press the low back into the mat. And as you inhale, press the belly up toward the ceiling, not into bridge, but just lifting the belly. And exhale, press the low back into the mat. Inhaling, rocking those hips, belly lifts. Exhaling and inhaling. A couple more rounds, your breath. Just notice what's happening with the low spine and lower back. Good. Coming back to neutral, bring both knees into the chest. And just gently draw them in. And then reach forward to the edges, outside edges of the feet. So your hands are between the thighs as you've found the outside edges of both feet. Good. And then extend the legs up. And those hands, those fingers are still on the outside edges of both feet. And if that doesn't work for you, then grab the shins. But the knees are bent here. Good, all right. And release, and then bring the feet back down to the mat. Take the arms wide, let the knees fall over to the right, turn your gaze to the left. And the knees to the ceiling, let the knees go left, gaze right. And bring the knees back up to the ceiling. Extend the legs long. The hands are down by your side, palms down. And we're going to do a stretch here on the right side. So reach out, press out through the right heel, and then lift the right shoulder. So you're stretching and along the right side of the body. And exhale, release on that side. And now press out through the left heel and lift or take the left shoulder toward the back of the mat. And then release. All right, bring the right knee into the chest. And now hug it in. Circle the toes. One direction and the other direction. And point the toes and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex. And then point the foot, flex the toes. And with your right hand, take the knee out to the right. And be gentle because this is early in the practice. And bring the knee back up. And cross the knee over the left thigh. Roll onto the left hip. Extend the right arm to the right. And then gently take that right knee toward the left shoulder. And then release, bring that knee back up to the ceiling. Extend the right foot straight up. And you can bring the hands back in beside you. Strong through the lifted legs. So flex the right foot, flex the left foot. And slowly lower the right leg down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Just release here. Turn the palms up. And notice what you feel. Good. Now bring the left knee into the chest. Draw it in, hug it in. Circle the toes. Point and flex, and point the foot and flex, and point and flex. And point the foot, flex the toes. And now with the left hand, take the left knee to the left. And the knee to the ceiling. And now let the left knee drop over the right thigh, come onto the right hip. And with the right hand, draw the left knee gently toward the right shoulder. And the knee comes back up to the ceiling. Extend the left foot straight up. Pressing up through the heel and drawing that leg toward the back of the mat. Big, long, deep breaths. And slowly lower the left leg down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And again, just release. Good. Bring the arms behind you, overhead. And now we'll do a cross stretch. So press out through the left heel and reach through the right fingertips. Pressing through the heel of the foot and the ball of the left foot. And then release. And now the right foot and the left fingers. Reach, press, inhale, and exhale, release. Bring the arms down into cactus arms. And with my elbows on the floor, I am getting a pretty good stretch, a pretty good opening across the chest. And now as you exhale, bring the arms, the forearms together over your face. And then as you inhale, open the arms and take those elbows and the backs of the hands down to the floor. Exhaling, bring everything together. Inhaling, opening to the ceiling. Ah, yes. Exhaling, hands and forearms together. And inhaling one more time, elbows come down. Exhale and release. Good. Bring the arms back behind you and grab a hold of your left wrist with the right hand. Walk the feet over to the right. Cross the left ankle over the right. With the hip bones on the mat, banana stretch to the right. Face is soft, neck is released. And now release and bring the feet to center and over to the left. Cross the right ankle over the left. And then grab the right wrist with the left hand. Banana left. And bring everything back to center. Release the hands. Bring both knees into the chest. Gently rock. And extend both feet straight up to the ceiling. Same idea here. You're pressing up through the heels. The tailbone is on the mat. And you're drawing those feet back toward the back of the mat. Strong through the legs. One more deep breath. Good. Bend the knees so that the lower legs are parallel to the floor. Take the arms wide, and with the feet and knees together, take the knees over to the right. Turn your gaze left. Working to keep the shoulder blades on the mat, so the outside edge of the right foot comes down to the floor. Now bring the legs back up. Again, those lower legs are parallel to the floor. Knees straight up to the ceiling. And now let the knees drop over to the left. Outside edge of the left foot touches down on the floor, and turn the gaze to the right. And bring the knees back up. And take the feet down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Turn the palms up and breathe. Bring the knees to the center, bring the knees toward the chest, extend the legs straight up, and now open the legs wide and turn the palms or the toes to the outside. Bring the hands to the inside, just above the knees or below the knees, depending on how you think about that. And then turn the toes, keeping the toes out, keeping the shoulder blades on the mat, opening the legs. And good, release, bring the hands to the outsides of the knees, bring the legs together, still lifted. And then bend the knees and bring the feet down to the mat. Good, bring the feet all the way into the hips, hands down by your sides. And now we'll move into some moving bridges. So as you press into the mat with the feet, the hips lift up toward the ceiling and the hands come up and over behind. Exhaling, bring everything down, hands up and over. Inhaling, hips lift. And exhaling. We'll do it 2 more times, inhaling, pressing the hips up. And exhaling. And last time, inhale. Fingers are spread as you reach behind you. Press into the mat with both feet, lifting the hips a little bit higher. Arms are strong, fingers spread, toes gripping the mat, and breathe. And now exhale and bring everything down. Again, reclining cobbler pose, feet together, knees wide, hands, palms turned up. Bring the knees up to the ceiling, bring the hands behind the knees, and then just gently just rock up and back. Coming back to the shoulder blades, but not to the back of the neck or the head. And then next time you come up, come to balance. And straighten the right leg. And then straighten the left leg. Lift that left leg, lift it. Good. And now straighten the right leg and lift the right leg. And one more time, the left leg. Good. Bring the feet down to the mat. Extend the legs long with a little bend in the knees. Lift up tall. And then move the heart toward the toes and let the hands just rest on the lower shins. And the hands are actually drawing the heart toward the toes. You feel the belly on the thighs. And now release down, let the head move down toward the knees, and you can take the hands wherever the hands will go. If they'll reach down to the edge of the outside edges of the feet, that's a good thing. If not, that's okay too. And lifting back up with a long spine. Good, all right, come around, bring the feet around to the back into table. And extend the right leg behind with the toes down on the mat. And let the heart soften between the arms and press back through that right heel. Good. Now lift that the right foot hip height and bend the right knee. Plant the bottom of the foot on the ceiling. And bring the right knee down beside the left. Take a breath in table. And extend the left leg with the toes on the mat. Getting long from the shoulder, left shoulder to the left heel. And now bring that left leg hip height, left foot, and then take the foot up toward the ceiling. Flex that left foot. Keeping the sacrum flat and level. One more breath. And bring the left knee down. Good. All right. So walk the knees back a little bit. And then bring that left knee toward the left, the right knee toward the right elbow, excuse me, and bring the right foot across the mat. We're coming into pigeon. If you want to do this on your back in figure 4, that's great. Nothing wrong with that. And then keep the right thigh parallel to the right edge of the mat. And the lower part of that right leg does not need to be straight across the mat. It can be back at about a 45-degree angle. Now lift up tall, and as you exhale, come on down into pigeon. You can cross the arms, rest the head on the arms. However you want to do that is fine. And walk the left foot back. Find your pigeon. And for a little bit more sensation, you can gently roll the hips a little bit to the right. Good, lifting the head. Bring the hands to the mat, lifting up. And if you want to move into king pigeon here, you can. Just bring that right hand to the center of the mat and bend the left knee, reaching back to the left foot. And then release the foot and take that right knee back beside the left. Come into table or child's pose, whatever. Gently move and breathe. And then walk the knees back a little bit and bring the left knee toward the left elbow. Bring the left foot across the mat. Walk the right foot back. And exhale down to pigeon. And of course, there's no sensation in the knee here. Or we hope there isn't. And lifting back up. King pigeon if you choose. And then release. And take the left knee back beside the right. Coming back up into table. Great, all right. So lift up into downward facing dog. Fingers spread wide, gripping the mat. Working one heel and then the other toward the mat. And lift the right foot high, really lifting it up toward the ceiling. And then bend the knee and look under, take the foot to the left, look under the right arm, keeping the right knee lifted. And the right foot back to the ceiling, press it up there, and then bring the right foot down to the mat and lift the left foot high. Strong through the arms, pressing back. Take the foot out to the right, look under the left arm. Keep the left knee lifted. And the left foot back to the ceiling and down to the mat. Good. And now bring the knees back down to table. Bring the hips back toward the heels into hero. Take a deep breath in and let it out. So come forward into table and then walk the knees back a little bit, press through the heels, come into plank. You can keep the knees on the mat if you choose, and then exhale and come down to your belly. Yeah, release the toes and inhale into cobra. And exhale. Bring the chin down to the mat. And now come up into Sphinx with the elbows under the shoulders, fingers spread, pointing away. And bring the left arm across under the face, come onto the left hip. And we'll start with a quad stretch. So bend the right knee, find the right foot with the right hand, and work to keep the knees stacked as you draw the heel toward the hip. Good. Ease the foot, release the foot, bring the hand to the inside, and we'll take that right foot to the ceiling with the fingers wrapped around the big toe. Release the toe, keep the leg lifted, bring the right hand down to the mat. The toes are pointing toward the top of the mat, and now slowly lower the right leg down, and then point the toes and lift it back up. Flex that foot and lower, and point and lift, and flex and lower, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And come over into Sphinx. Take that breath. Lifting the gaze straight ahead. And now bring the right hand, the right arm across under the face. Come on to the right hip. Bend the top knee, the left knee. Reach back to the foot. And find that quad stretch. Now release the left foot, bring the hand to the inside, to the big toe, lifting the left leg. Vishnu's couch. And release the toe, left hand down to the mat. Strong through the heel as you slowly lower that leg down. And point the toes and lift it back up. And flex and lower. Point and lift. And flex and lower, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And back over to Sphinx. And now take the elbows wide and bring the chin down to the mat. Extend the arms to the side, palms down. Bring the left hand in under the left shoulder and come on to the right hip. Lifting the right leg and taking it back to the right. And then coming back over onto your belly, take that right arm up at a 45-degree angle toward the top of the mat. And again, coming over onto the right hip. And coming back over, bring the right hand in, extend the left arm out 90 degrees, come on to the left hip, and lift the right leg, take it behind you. And coming back over, take the left hand up 45 degrees, and again onto the left hip. And coming back over, bring everything in, and then press up to table, and bring the feet around to the front. Take the feet wide, flex both feet. With a little bend in those knees, get tall, and then exhale into a wide-legged seated forward fold. And inhale up. Take the heart toward the right knee and fold over the right leg. And inhale up. Bring the left hand to the inside of the left leg, open the right shoulder, arc over the left leg. And coming up, take a breath, lift up tall, strong through the legs. And as you exhale, turn the heart to the left and come over the left leg. And inhaling, come up. Bring the right hand to the inside of the right leg, arc over the right leg. Inhaling, come up. One more breath, keeping the legs wide, toes pointed straight up to the ceiling, or back toward the face, actually. And then as you exhale, bring both feet in and come to butterfly. Soles of the feet together. Elbows come behind or ahead of the shins. And just breathe. Good. Inhale up. Bring the knees together. And gently come down on your back. If you want to do Savasana in supported bridge, that is just fine. You can find your block and then press into the mat with the feet, bring the block under the hips, or under the sacrum, I should say. And then just put the feet where they're comfortable. Palms turn up to the ceiling. And just release everything here. Now, if you'd like, you can remove the block, come into your Savasana, your most comfortable posture lying on the mat, or you can stay right here in supported bridge. And we'll start from the toes and we'll relax the feet and the toes, the calves and the thighs, the hips and the belly. Soften the fingers and the hands, relax the arms. Chest and shoulders. Jaws released, face is soft. Gentle belly breathing. Let the breath deepen. And if you're in supported bridge, go ahead and remove the block. And coming up gently. Be kind to yourself. So thank you for being with me on my Friday practice, and namaste.